Hello, Thor here. And today I'm talking about one of my favorite games. When I was growing up as a kid, I remember when I first got this. My dad, we played a lot of the early Final Fantasies together. We played the first one. We played Final Fantasy 3, which is actually 6. We played We really enjoyed Final Fantasy 4, which of course, is actually 2. And he got me this right when it first came out on PlayStation, and this is actually the same case I got. I got a few more versions of this, and I got it digitally as well. I actually played it recently on Steam. I planned on only play Midgar. I ended up playing the whole game. Uh, this is seen a lot of use, so this doesn't stay in the booklets. Fall apart. I do have one that's in really good shape, so this one definitely got its use. It probably still work, but you can play them all digitally now, so you might as well do that. And today I'm going to talk about my first impressions of the remake, which I think is really good. I haven't been able to put it down. I played it probably like 8 hours the other day. So uh, first off, the combat's a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are kind of worried about it. How is it going to be? Is it going to be like a Kingdom Hearts style? But it's definitely a fun action adventure. Uh, the characters are a lot of fun. Like Cloud, they all feel different. Cloud's sword's fun to use. I'm about halfway through the game. Tifa making the combos is a lot of fun. Then the character, the models look fantastic. Like very well done on the characters. The environment, I don't know if you need to patch it, but some of the resolutions look a little low, and some of the doors look really bad. So I'm not really sure why that is, because especially like I have a PlayStation Pro, and I've recently played God of War, which had beautiful environments, as well as Horizon Zero Dawn. Like it came with a photo mode because it's just you can take some pretty amazing pictures. Actually, my background's Horizon Zero Dawn right now because some of the views in that game are pretty amazing, and I know Square Enix could definitely step that part up. A lot of places kind of look similar to in the Final Fantasy game, but the story is definitely interesting. There's a little bit of fluff. Like there's some areas where some of the side quests, you're like a plumber replacing filters, you're herding cats. But I've played RPGs with a lot worse side quests, so I can't complain. But the extra content's been interesting. Like you get to know like Biggs Woods and Jesse much more. Like you learn Jesse's got a family, and you know it was impactful with what happens in the. I haven't got to the pillar falling yet, but when the pillar falls in the first one, they die. It was impactful, but they were kind of on the side. But now they fought with you, you went on an adventure. So I think that part's going to mean a lot more. I'm really curious to see how that goes. I think one problem I do have though is like they show Seth Roth almost work right away. Like I don't know if it's the Genova cells or Cloud's just having like hallucinations because he's having like the headache things, and the people are talking to him. But he definitely saw Seth Roth and chased him, which I don't like as much because like they built up in the first one, they built up Seth Roth's name so much, and he was just this super powerful. And then when Genova broke out and you saw the aftermath and everyone said that Seth Roth did it, it was you're like, oh man. And they later he takes up the Midgard's Island before you even see him. And then you get the story at Calm, and you just see how powerful he is and how weak you are, and how much more powerful you need to get to even have a chance against this guy. um, he's kind of all around, and there's these like shadow creatures. I don't know what they are. They kind of remind me of the ghost from Final Fantasy VI from the train. I don't know their intention, but I think they're trying to influence the plot in some way, because it seems like I'm trying to use this spoiler free as possible. But there's one instance where Cloud was going to be on the second bombing mission, and they kind of made sure he was. So I'm really curious what that's about, and I'll dive more into that probably when I do a full review. Like I said, this is just kind of my first impressions, and the music's amazing. Uh, they got the original composer. I'm not going to try to. I'll butcher his name, so I'm not even going to try. Uh, they got him back. They redid some of the songs, and the soundtrack. The first one was great, and this is just the new songs are great. The remakes of the old ones are fantastic. I think the voice actors are good for every character. They feel like the characters, so I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, it's interesting because they took a 4 or 5 hour part and they turned it into a 34-hour game. So I'm really excited to see where the rest of this goes and what's going to happen because, for instance, I just read an Aerith and Cloud had one of his headaches, and you could definitely see Aerith praying, like the part where obviously Sephiroth stabs and kills her. So I'm really curious what they're gonna do with all that. Like, if he's already seeing visions, it's who knows where this is gonna go. But I'm excited, and I'll probably do an in-depth review of this one as well, since I played through the whole thing, not intentionally, but I did. So uh, I will see you all later.